Oh, hey.
Hey.
Welcome to the Backlog. We're two brothers who have a big shared collection of games, and we're gonna sit here and talk about them.
Every game we've ever bought gets put into an Excel spreadsheet that we use for cataloging purposes, and today we're gonna pick one at random and talk about it regardless of whether or not we've played it.
We're here at the Video Game Trading Post on Long Island.
Yes, the best retro video game store on Long Island, nay, the world.
Oh, that's all right now.
I'm not just saying that because I graduated with the guy who works here.
A little much. Just a little bit.
If you find yourself on Long Island and are in need of any retro gaming ephemera, be it games, accessories, or whatnot, I don't know what ephemera means actually.
You just made up a word?
I did. But come here and they will have it.
$5.97 is the number I picked.
It
Oh my God.
is Mission Impossible for the N64.
I really liked this game when I played it.
Yes.
When I played it.
Yes. This is a game that I know if I played it right now, I would hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to ever play it again to just preserve the memories of that game in my mind. Because in my mind, that was one of the best games on the N64.
I know that it does not control well.
No.
There's no way it does.
There's no way it controls well. I don't think it would hold up now in any light.
The one level with the lasers you're going down,
Yes.
that was riveting.
Yes. So let's back up for a second. So
All
Mission
right.
Impossible on the N64. They also released it on the PlayStation 1, which I recently bought at Long Island Retro Game
Isn't it
Expo.
a completely different game?
Same game.
Oh.
It's just a port, and I think they added FMVs to it.
Oh, okay.
So, and
Full
voice acting.
motion video.
Yeah, and voice acting. But it sort of follows the plot of the movie, but not really. Like it kind of takes a different path to it. It does have the famous wire hanging scene, which you were referring to before.
Yes.
They added lasers to
That's
it to
the
make it
best
more
part.
exciting. Yeah. You are the only person I know who could beat that level.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you did call me in to beat that for you.
I called you in to beat it. A lot of my friends are like, I can't get past the
I
level.
played it a lot because it was a really cool level.
Yeah, and I remember my friends are like, I can't get past the level. I'm like, my brother can. So they gave me cartridges to give to you to beat that level.
wow,
so I could
that's
give
why I
back.
played it so much.
Yeah. So
It's that part. It's meticulous, but
Yeah.
it's great. It's. I guess it was unique at the time.
it was very unique, and it was like one of those games that it didn't try to emulate the movie, but when it did it really well. Like that was the big
like the one part.
That was the one part. Yeah, it was like they had, if anything, they had to get that in it. But then you had scenes like the scene in Prague, which is very different from the way it plays out in the movie. You had things like the train level, which is fairly different from the way it played out in the movie. Then they add scenes in the beginning and ending of the game. You're in Siberia in the snow, which isn't in the movie at all.
Yeah, I remember all
Yeah.
of that.
And you do play as Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise's character. It looks nothing like Tom Cruise.
Well, it's just a blank polygonal face.
Yes. None of the characters look like they do in the movie. I think Luther Stickle, who's played by Ving Rhames in the movie, is white in the game,
Okay.
which is very wrong.
Yeah. Why didn't they get in trouble?
I don't know. They didn't.
Different time back then.
Yeah, they didn't license any of the actors. But this was a really fun game at the time. Everybody I knew had it. Everybody I knew felt the same way. You know, it had a lot of variety to it. It wasn't a shooter.
Not Metacritic though.
Not
61.
Metacritic, yeah.
61 on the old Metacritic.
Well, dumb 10-year-old kids versus Metacritic. Who
Well,
really
we
knows
watched
better?
the movie and we were like, "This is great."
Yeah, this is really
then
cool.
we played the game and we were like, "This is
still
what
great.
the movie was."
And what was cool was it wasn't focused on. There was shooting in it, but it wasn't focused on that. It was focused more on stealth and using your head, because there was the party scene in the game, and you had to walk around the party, find your target, get him sick. So you had to spike
Yes.
his drink, follow him to the bathroom, knock him out, steal his face. This game really played with the face stealing mechanic, like the masks and stuff.
Yes.
It really used it to great effect.
Back in the N64 days, I would play the same levels from these games
Yeah.
over and over again, and for that it was the laser, the dropping down, grappling scene,
Yeah.
and the party scene.
Yeah.
And the snow levels. I remember
The snow
those.
levels, yeah, the snow levels were fun.
And I remember a helicopter on a rooftop, and me having to sedate everybody around me.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I played a lot with the. There was some trank gun.
you
They had to
you
get
a
up close.
You had a trank gun and you had a regular gun. You also had a handheld rocket launcher, which was the pistol that shot rockets.
You can do stealth in this game, right?
Yeah, it was primarily a stealth game.
And that was our shtick back then. Was this the first stealth game we played?
Might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
it wasn't, you know, it wasn't like the way Metal Gear does stealth. It was more like hiding in plain sight kind of stealth.
We played Metal Gear way late.
Yeah,
so
we
we didn't
did.
play it on the PS1.
Yeah.
So this was our first stealth game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really fun. And, you know, like I said, I know if I were to play it now, I would hate it. So I will just let it. I was tempted when I bought it on PS1 to give it a go because I could play it on my PS3, and I just seen Mission Impossible Fallout, so I'm going through a thing right now of Mission Impossible being the best thing ever. So like I was tempted to, but I think I'm just gonna let my memories.
I'm curious. Here's the thing: a lot of N64 games did not age well.
Right.
The N64, it was a dark time.
I don't want to say it was a dark time. I would say it was. It's your awkward teen years.
Yes.
You know, you had fun during your teen years, but it was awkward. You had acne.
We didn't realize when we were in it that it was so bad.
Yeah.
And now that we have some, perspective,
There's a lot that doesn't hold up. You're right.
yes.
Yeah.
And this game is definitely going to be one of those
Yes.
games. But I would like to play it with that lens on.
Yeah, I
Being
mean,
able to see, being able to know that all of the other games didn't age well either.
One of these days, I will give this game a shot again because I do have such fond memories of it. And just talking about it with my friends and, you know, playing through the levels. And even like, you know, there's not a lot of voice acting in the N64 version, but like Ethan Hunt like would spout like one-liners like, you know, okay, careful. Or like,
You nailed that. I remember that.
yeah.
All right, easy.
Yeah. Or
That
like,
was really good.
or like during the Langley scene where you're hanging from the wire and he like gets close to the laser, he goes, I think I singed my hair.
I think I singed my hair.
Yes. He has that
like it,
voice
yeah.
like he's like he doesn't want to alert anyone.
Yeah.
My God.
Running out of time.
And it was so like distorted and
Yeah.
crap because it was the N64. I can't tell what other games this developer made because
Infogrames?
it's Infogrames, which is also Atari.
Yeah, I think
SA.
Infogrames became Atari or was bought by Atari. It was also made by Ocean Software, which I had made other games, licensed games. I think they did one of the Batman games.
They did a really good job with this.
Yes,
It was good at the time.
at the time.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You should go get it now.
yeah, that's the thing. If you're a fan of Mission Impossible and N64 games, then probably.
If you live in the N64 world,
Yes.
if you're a big fan of the N64, you probably already played it.
Yeah, you probably already have it.
But yeah, if you're in
Like
that
I
world,
said,
give it
a lot of
shot.
people had this because I think we all thought, oh, Goldeneye was great. Another game based on a movie about a spy. This also has to be excellent.
It says in this Wikipedia, the game received mixed reviews from critics and was frequently compared to Rare's 1997 title,
Yeah.
Goldeneye. Although its varied levels and objectives received some praise, the game was generally criticized for its inconsistent gameplay and slow controls. So even at the time,
Yeah.
it got that. And then it says, yeah, a port of the game was farted over to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Not until 1999, though.
Yeah. It was
It came out in 98.
different times back then because, like, you know, they were releasing on one system and then years later released the port.
I will say that GoldenEye definitely controls way better than this game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
GoldenEye at least is responsive.
Yeah.
This game was very slow.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about? Well, when we say, do we recommend it?
I'm going to say yes.
I would say yes only if you have the
Yes.
perspective of all the other N64 games.
Yes with an asterisk.
Yeah,
Let's
you
put
have
it
to
that
be
way.
really into N64 stuff
Yeah.
to want to play this.
And again, it's also available on the original PlayStation. I'm sure it controls just as fine.
Or if you really love the movie, give this a
Yeah.
shot. Yeah. So what do you guys think about Mission Impossible? Expect the impossible. That's what it says on the cover.
And that
for
is
some
what I
reason.
expect. If you enjoyed it or if you didn't enjoy it, let us know down below or anywhere on the internet.
I will say, one of the worst covers.
Yeah.
Is that what the cover looked like?
That was what the cover was. Yeah. I think the PS1 version, the cover is from the end when the train explodes and him flying through the air.
That's way better.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, there's a Game Boy Color version of Mission Impossible, and that's also the cover
Yes.
where he right there.
Yeah, it looks way better.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But
It's ridiculous. That's the end of the movie, like the very end of the movie. But
Expect the
The
impossible.
impossible.
Anyway, what do you guys think about Mission Impossible? I said that already, but I'm saying it again.
Yeah, this is the part we say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.